Hey, what's happening, Cheesecake Nation? It's Supercharged Funk, the Dave, and off-screen Aaron blasting at you.
Hi!
And today, we saw Captain America, Civil War. Do we even need to really talk about this movie?
Yeah.
Alright, well, we'll talk about it. It was fucking amazing, guys. I'm now in agreement. This is now my favorite comic book movie. Hands down.
It's definitely better than Avengers 2.
Yeah, absolutely. It took, for me at least, it took what Civil War did. It took what Winter Soldier did, applied that to Civil War, and they amped it up by adding even more superheroes. You know, like, everybody was on point, you know. The jokes were funny, the action was awesome, the feels were real, and of course, the inclusion of Spider-Man.
Which we'll get into in the spoilers section.
Anyway, just general consensus all around. You basically heard my 2 cents. Dave, you being the critic of the group.
I gotta say I liked about 9/10 of it. I had a couple of issues with it. Not like game-changing, ruin the movie issues. Just kind of like, I wish they would have handled that one a little bit better, or this is kind of a little weak. But I still definitely have to recommend it. It was a great movie. Off-screen Aaron.
I liked it. I would give it probably a 9 out of 10. As far as Marvel movies go that I've seen, that was probably the best one I've seen.
Alright, so I'm the only one that's kind of got a little bit of an issue.
I mean,
I didn't say I didn't have an issue. I was just saying that's my
Alright,
that's
you
my rating.
guys, definitely check it out. And there are 2 post-credit scenes. So you got to stay till after the credits for the second one. Just to give you guys a heads up. And with that, we're going to move into spoiler territory. And first, I'm just going to kind of go over my couple issues, and you guys can go into any issues you guys had.
yeah,
Just check them out.
chances are you'll bring them out of us.
Alright, here's my first one. The woman who worked for the State Department coming up to Tony, she's like, I blame you for murdering my son. That was Ultron. Like, what would you have possibly wanted him to do?
Yeah.
Catch a falling building? Right. And I'll give Zemo. Zemo's made a lot more sense than hers.
Yeah.
Where, like, after the battle, the Avengers went home. That's a good one.
Yes, that was...
They didn't help stay with the cleanup. They didn't try to save people afterwards.
Yeah, to blame... It'd be like blaming a firefighter for your son not being able to get his son out of the fire fast enough.
Well, not even like a firefighter, like a civilian person. They were like, oh, my baby's up there, and you get one baby, but you didn't know there was another one, the other baby dies. And you're like, oh, you're a murderer. It's like...
Just because her baby wasn't saved.
Yeah, it was just really weird to me. One of the other ones that was kind of weird, and this is kind of later in the movie, but I just found it really weird. When they get to Siberia, why are there so many spider webs in there? How many spiders can there possibly be in Siberia? 1? Maybe the Winter Soldier brought with him? Like, it was just really weird. It kind of threw me off. It was just like... It's pretty damn cold out there. Like, I didn't see any trees or shit. Like, is it just a spider that eats snow?
It's a Winter Soldier spider.
One of those kind of like Skyrim frost spiders living in there? Like, what the hell?
But yeah, my last one was Zemo and 13 not having their costumes, which kind of bugged me. Like, 13 didn't really have an action scene, so I'm alright with her not having, like, her typical white jumpsuit.
Yeah. But if they didn't tell you...
not having the mask really sucked.
If they didn't tell you he was Zemo, you would never have known it was supposed to be Zemo. He might as well have been anybody.
Yeah, I assume it's probably going to be something like Brock Rumlow, like he's going to get tortured in prison, and that's why he's going to wear a mask.
That'd be cool.
Something like that. death of Crossbones, though, seemed a little not important. They're just like, fuck you, Cap. Yeah, I'll protect you, Cap.
Yeah, so.
And they're like, oh,
No.
Scarlet Witch, it's your fault. Like, no, obviously Crossbones. He blew himself up.
Speaking of which, obviously, this is not the exact same Civil War that has been portrayed in the comics. Completely different. And I was very interested in seeing, like, using the name Civil War, and obviously going into it, I knew it wasn't going to be the same. Using, like, that as a catalyst, I didn't think it was too bad.
It seemed a little small, though,
Yeah.
for what it caused. It's like, oh, a couple of Wakandans died.
Yeah.
Apparently they're super important to the UN.
Yeah, like that. Like, even if it was just, like, them dicking around, and then Ross came in saying, yeah, because of this shit you guys did in the last couple movies, that's why we're doing this.
It could have been a lot better. Like, if she had pushed Rumlow away with her power, and he blew up a fuel line or something that blew up a building.
Yeah.
Or she physically pushed him into a building and he blew up. Like, the fact that she was, like, trying to get him away, I don't know. It's like, well, what the fuck did you want her to do?
Yeah.
I mean, either she was going to blow it up at the ground level or up 15 floors.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was kind of just, I don't know. It wasn't horrible, but it just felt a little weak to me. But I kind of feel like we should go character to character if you guys have any other complaints.
No, I'm pretty good.
No, I mean, not really. I think that the movie was... I think it was the best out of all the Marvel movies that I've seen. And even, I missed Ant-Man. And I felt like even if you missed maybe, one or two of the movies, you weren't lost completely. As long as you knew, the main cast there,
Yeah.
you're okay. As long as you know who Captain America is, Iron Man, blah, blah, blah. You know who Spider-Man is. Everybody knows who Spider-Man is. You're fine. You're absolutely fine.
Yeah.
So I think in that regard, I guess that's not a complaint, but I don't really have that many complaints. I'm not super, heavy into the Marvel, comics, so I wouldn't really be able to tell the difference between the comics and the movies all that well.
Let's go character by character then.
Start off with the man himself, Captain America.
Solid. I think he just does a great job as Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that they couldn't have gotten a better actor to play Captain America.
One thing, going off of complaints, the one thing that I wish they had kind of kept in the comics is where Steve realizes that all them fighting, all them doing the bullshit, that it's wrong.
He did. He's trying to stop him. It's the whole end of the movie.
Yeah, but then he just goes and I don't know.
He was going to kill Bucky. He had to.
Yeah, I know, but I just feel like you didn't. I don't know. I just didn't feel the emotion there. I didn't feel like that's what he was feeling.
Tony's chest at him, and he threw down the shield. And he's like, "That's not yours. My daddy made that."
Yeah,
I don't know. To me, I just didn't
really
feel it there.
bothered me, to be perfectly honest. When he's cutting into Tony's armor, I'm like, this isn't like Captain America. You should know when to stop.
Yeah, I feel like...
Well, that was the whole thing, because they teased it like he was going to literally cut Tony's head off with the shield, but he ended up just taking out the reactor, so his suit was powered down.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He didn't really emote. That's what he was feeling. He just, it's like he just stopped him just so he wouldn't kill Bucky, and then he just goes and just leaves him there.
Well, he writes him the letter at the end, to say, we're still friends. If you ever need me, call me.
Yeah. I don't know, but it's a small little thing, not a huge deal, I guess. But
I
anyway.
disagree with you, but I can see where you're coming from.
But yeah, Chris Evans, great Cap.
I think we got to put them together just because of how good their interactions were.
Yeah. Sebastian
Stan, the Falcon, how good they are, Winter Soldier and Falcon.
Yeah.
It's just, hey, can you push your seat up a little bit? Nah.
Yeah, they're like them. It's almost as if they were competing
Yeah,
for it to be Cap second. Yeah, like they get webbed up by Spider-Man. It's like, couldn't you have done that earlier? I hate you. Like that was so great. I love the fact that we got Red Wing.
Yeah.
Like got a name drop for Red Wing. I'm like,
As a drone. Gave it like a use and stuff.
yeah, I thought that was great. I'm definitely glad that we saw, like, Falcon had a lot of screen time, had a lot to show off what he can do, and I very much appreciated that.
Yeah, I liked a lot of his little things he did. Like when he was covering Scarlet Witch, he turned his wings into a shield on his back,
Yeah.
so he could cover her. That was pretty cool. He definitely was made to look a lot tougher. Winter Soldier, holy shit. Like, there's a scene in it where, like, when he gets mind controlled, he walks through, like, every hero that was there.
Yep.
Like, including Cap and Falcon, Agent 13, Widow,
And Tony.
and Tony with a power glove. And, like, he beats the shit out of all of them. Like, he even held his own really well. Like, he was beating the hell out of Black Panther before he just took off. So that was really cool. I guess he's kind of the guy to go into next.
Yeah. Loved him. Thought he was
Panther?
a great T'Challa.
Yeah.
I, like, for one of the guys who's supposed to be, like, one of the most intelligent people,
Oh, yeah.
I just felt the revenge thing was, like, very short-sighted. Like, I didn't mind it. I would have rather him not be so, like, I will kill him with my hands.
Yeah.
He's like more of a, I will capture him, he will face Wakandan justice. Like,
Yeah.
I think that would have been a better...
I agree with you on that first point, though. They didn't even mention... I mean, they knew that he was going to school and stuff, but, like, they didn't mention that he...
I kind of have a feeling they were going to play it down just because they don't want to have that
Too many
scientists.
yeah.
Like, everybody there is a doctor. Like, I'm a doctor. You're a doctor. He's a doctor. What about you, Clint? Fuck you. Yeah. I mean, I really enjoyed him, but I just kind of...
Yeah.
I just felt like that just felt kind of a little too extreme.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, he's a pretty extreme dude, but...
Yeah, I definitely appreciated the very last scene.
T'Chaka was pretty good, too. His
Yeah.
father, I
What
really
little
liked
we
him.
saw of T'Chaka, yeah.
Yeah.
ScarJo and
Yeah.
the Renner, good as always.
Yeah, I loved Renner in the prison scene.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Of
Don
course.
Cheadle.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think if anybody in like the sidecast has to have like really stepped up their acting, the scene with after his back, even the falling scene, like he really emotes in his eyes.
Yeah, you thought he was going to die. Like,
And, like there was such a weight to the scene when he hits the ground and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Oh shit.
and just like when like even Falcon like even apologized, Tony just like, fuck you.
Yeah, I didn't
Like
like
that was no.
I mean, I can kind of get it, like he was angry, but it just felt like I wish he would have like threatened him,
Yeah,
but then like kind of held back. So you kind of see Tony boiling over.
yeah.
Like you see like the repulsor glow or something. But I don't know. Technically, it's all the Vision's fault.
Yeah.
And how is that blast that knocked out the Winter Soldier armor not going to have killed Falcon?
Yeah.
It's like, make him a glider. Just like cleaves into the War Machine armor. You're like, shit, Tony, I'm falling.
Right. Vision, awesome.
Yeah.
Every little interaction
We're
with
gonna
him.
put her or him with Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Olsen. I think, other than Don Cheadle, she really stepped up. I think she's kind of getting the accent down a little bit better.
Yeah.
It wasn't quite as hokey as Avengers 2.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping they're going to slowly kind of phase it out. Like, it's just kind of weird. It didn't match Zemo's at all.
No.
He had like a German accent.
Well, he was talking German a lot.
Yeah, but I mean,
Speaking German.
yeah, but I mean, he had a very strong German accent in some of the
yeah,
scenes.
no.
But like, her accent is like
Very Russian.
Romani.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
really German at all.
So that was a little weird to me. Like, I mean, granted, they could be different dialects, you know.
It is a fictitious country after all, so
Yeah.
maybe they hope nobody would have noticed. But every little scene where Vision and Wanda were together was just great. Especially when he's like trying to cook her dinner.
Yeah, that was an interesting scene to like kind of tease the romance, but then at the same time, then you find out more that she can't leave by order of Stark. So like that was cool. Or Stank. Tony Stank.
And another amazing Stan Lee cameo.
But
As FedEx guy.
alright.
I'm trying to think any other major characters before.
Ant-Man and Spider-Man are like the two last ones I want to say.
Yeah.
Let's do Ant-Man first, just because keep Spider-Man for suspense.
How do you feel like them having Peggy Carter's funeral?
I think it was time. I mean,
Yeah.
what are you going to do with her? She's supposed to have fought in World War II. She had to be at that age.
Well, I just mean like actually have them put that in the movie as opposed to just like not even bother with it. Like if you would have, like
if you would have needed it, it would have been weird if she's like, "Oh, she died off screen." No one cared apparently. I do have to say one thing that I felt a little kind of missing from this was Nick Fury.
Yeah.
I didn't need a cameo, but at least just
Some
something.
acknowledgement of what he was doing.
Yeah, like Widow. She's like, "Oh, I talked to Fury. He said blah blah blah." You know, like Shield's been told to stand down.
Yeah.
Just some sort of acknowledgement that he's in the universe. But I don't know. Spider-Man talk. Sexy Aunt May and Spider-Man. Marissa Tomei. Very beautiful lady. Definitely the sexiest of the Aunt Mays we had a movie for. Between like Toby's Aunt May, Garfield's Aunt May, and now what's this guy's name? Tom. That was his last name. I can't remember. Holland. Yeah, his sexy Aunt May. He didn't give us great power comes great responsibility, but he kind of fucking piddled around it.
Yeah.
I love the way they show the webbing.
Oh yeah, it looked great.
It's much wider.
More fluidy.
Yeah.
They can look sticky.
Yeah. They definitely they treated him well. I kind of wish we would have saw at least a little bit more of the original costume. Like, I don't know how we would have, but
with
it
the
was
goggles and goofy shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can keep going. I'm gonna wait till you're done, cause I'm gonna gush.
All right. Gotta love the humor. A little bit of fourth wall breaking by Spider-Man, which was kind of interesting. I don't know if they had that planned before Deadpool, if they did that in like a retake, because technically he's wearing a mask, you could redo his words, say whatever the fuck you wanted to say. So that was pretty interesting. He's like, "Oh, your shield defies physics," and what the hell did Cap say to him back? But he just had a lot of really good ones. He made the joke like, "Oh, you ever see that really old movie, Return of the Jedi?" Or it was just like, oh. So I definitely got to go ahead, gush. I can see in your eyes you want to gush.
Aaron,
Well,
what'd you think of this Spider-Man?
I think he was probably I think he was very, very. He was the best Spider-Man, honestly. Like, because I've seen the original Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire, then the Amazing Spider-Man movies. I think he finally mashed them into one. We get with Tobey Maguire was the geeky Spider-Man, but as Spider-Man he's still like, you're not quite Spider-Man. And Andrew Garfield, he's not very geeky at all, but he's totally Spider-Man. This guy was just the full package, and I appreciated that, and I'm sure Travis appreciated it too. Look in his eyes.
Great Spider-Man or the greatest Spider-Man? The correct answer is both.
I have to say,
My hopes, highest of expectations for this guy. It's like Aaron said. Well, I don't think I could say it any better. The guy perfect little mesh of kind of awkward and geeky, but he was just coming out with like funny words left and right, especially with going up against everybody.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter who he was fighting.
I'd still say the best one was him against Mackie and Stan.
Yeah.
Like Falcon and Winter Soldier. Like, that was just a really good one. It's like, man, is your arm made of metal? That's so cool.
Oh my god, like, he was just... just all the different all the different shit he was doing, just how he was fighting, just how he talked,
How he moved.
And the mask. Oh, so good, so happy.
Travis, you need to calm down.
Oh,
I feel like them giving him a reason why the eyes move.
Yeah.
Because it's part of his spider sense that he takes in too much visual information, so he needs to narrow it down just to keep, like... So that gives you a scientific reason for why it moves the way it does in comics.
Oh, also, I have to say, thinking about that, I like that he actually used it. Like, they were going to toss a car at him or something?
Yeah.
And he actually, could tell, and he didn't even look back, and he wasn't surprised at all.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's awesome. They actually did that.
And then, they did the thing where, he's kind of, like, joking around, and then Red Wing, ah! Like, I'm just like, beautiful. Those are so great. One thing we didn't mention before that I didn't mention before, we had good, solid, like, visual speed feats during, like, the car chase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they've really been up in where they want these guys to be.
Yeah.
I mean, Sebastian Stan, who's the Winter Soldier, I don't know if he's supposed to have had the Super Soldier Serum or some variant of it.
I think they were.
I think that's what the blue stuff was.
Yeah.
So, yeah, him, Panther, and Cap chase down cars.
I think another one of my favorite scenes, because we all like it when guys get fucking clotheslined off of motorcycles. Bucky not only clotheslined the guy off the motorcycle, flipped around and jumped on it and rode off it himself. That was fucking amazing.
I don't know what I'd have to say is my favorite scene. Maybe when Spider-Man catches War Machine.
Yeah.
And he jumps on the bus and it flips the bus over. So, like, that's the one thing I really like about the Marvel movies that they've done really well. Is you have a real sense of strength and weight.
Yeah.
Like, when something hits something, you kind of feel it. It's like, Man of Steel kind of did it pretty well, but we kind of lost it again in BVS.
Yeah. But just that whole airport scene, it was so amazing. Just every little thing about it.
I don't know. I would say, as much as I enjoyed that scene, I think I like the more intimate fight going up the silo at the end with Winter Soldier running for his life. Like, I think pretty much anybody who put a lot of thought into it kind of already knew going into it, in the back of their mind, that Winter Soldier was probably the guy that killed Stark's family.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember if they said it in Winter Soldier. I know they said, like, he's a top assassin for Hydra, and they'd been killed by Hydra. So it kind of made sense, and I think Captain America kind of roundabout said he had kind of thought the same too.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. I kind of wish he had used the metal arm on Stark's mom as opposed to his human arm. It was just a little weird thing.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, he would have had to do it like that or something, or he could just pull her straight out of the car, and then the scene there, like a scream kind of take.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess they wanted to close up on his face.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think everybody pretty much got to look really cool. Wanda definitely got to look the most powerful, pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
Like the scene with her and Vision, where she changes his density. If you guys didn't know why he was turning red, he turns red when he goes super dense, yellow when he loses density. So, yeah, that's him turning super dense and sinking into the earth.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. Or just
I don't know why that knocked him out. But, I don't know, maybe he hit lava.
And just like, even like, they had a lot of like little points to show her doing stuff in that fight scene. Yeah. And then, they kind of shifted, to say, oh, Spider-Man.
I kind of wish we would have got a couple more scenes of her, struggling with her powers.
Yeah.
Because she seems to have gone from, like, not particularly great with them to fully pull smoke out of the air.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, she's been training with the Avengers, but I kind of wish we would have got a little bit of, like, losing control. Just to kind of hint that that's something they could do with her.
Yeah.
Whether that was, throwing a car way too hard at Stark or something. Or throwing a car and it being catching on fire. Something to, tease her chaos magic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. where Scott Lang tells Cat to throw the thing in the truck and he thought it was a water truck, but it was a fucking gasoline truck. That was funny.
I do have one other complaint I just remembered. I kind of called Black Widow being the double agent.
Yeah, you did.
I was like, man, I kind of hope they go with anybody other than her just because it seems super obvious. But at the same time, it's like, that's kind of her gimmick. You don't want to take it away from her.
Yeah, I mean, she wasn't so much a double agent. I think she made, like, the choice.
She's besties with Cap.
Yeah.
She's third stringer bestie. Yeah.
But, I mean, it's not like it was a plan. Like, they didn't, like, hey, I'm planning on, betraying Tony, like... Well, it wasn't like that. So I'm glad that they did it like that. If they were going to do it.
Another issue with that scene, too. It's like, Panther finally gets to her and does nothing.
Mm.
I was kind of expecting him to just, like, clothesline her. Just straight up, like, roundhouse. Because he was super pissed. He's like, I will kill the Winter Soldier and Captain America and the Falcon. And she's, like, zapping him with a taser to stop him. He finally gets up there. He's just like, I'm not too keen on you anymore.
Oh, and Widow using her little dealies.
I'm glad that they finally took away her
stingers.
pistols and she has, like, the stingers now.
Yeah, so that was cool. The last movie she had like a fucking that weird shock baton.
Speaking of shock batons, what the hell was the thing that War Machine had? He's like, this will put you away, Captain America.
Well, people really seem to like that. The one stormtrooper from the last movie with like the big ass like fucking
but he's
shock
just like,
stick
what
dealy.
the hell was that thing supposed to be? Just a big ass super taser? It looked like the thing out of Mass Effect you kill that one guy with by jamming it in his armor.
Yeah, that was pretty random. But the effects were really good. Nothing.
I liked how everybody felt unique and different in their fighting style.
Yeah, definitely.
Like Cap is definitely a boxer.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, they finally got like around to having Tony do that thing where he can,
tracks
tracks
Cap's moves. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I was kind of hoping we'd get to see Cap fight back normally from it instead of just like going rage mode and beating him his head in with a fucking shield. And holy shit, did Cap beat the fuck out of him.
Again, the fight scenes, like just the grappling hand-to-hand scenes with Tony and...
I love the Clint Vision fight when he punches him in the face and does nothing to Vision. He's just like, ding, ding, ding. He's just like, ding. He breaks the baton over his head. He's like, you cannot overpower me, Mr. Barton.
Thing with the Black Panther. Like, yeah, I mean, we haven't been formally introduced. I'm Clint. I don't care. Just no fucks given to T'Challa.
He cuts his bow in half. Yeah, I just love that everybody has a unique, different style of fighting.
Yeah. It just made everything look fresh. You weren't bored looking. It always felt new. I was afraid what they were going to do with T'Challa, but they gave him the claws. They gave him more of a wild fighting style.
Yeah, he's very much based off of like a lot of like roundhouse kicks, but then using his claws to like spin. Winter Soldier is very much based off his one robotic arm.
Yeah.
And like that's what his kill moves are. Like no one's going to die today, and he immediately almost kills a person. Pretty sure the guy he punched in the face through the door that went flying backwards is dead. That's something you walk off. You get punched in the face so hard you fly out of the scene.
I did appreciate them showing off T'Challa like hit like the helicopter shooting at him. Just kind of gets up and is like,
bolts bouncing off him and stuff.
Yeah, all the little things like that. Like,
do you think he's going to build a vibranium arm for Bucky?
Maybe.
Because I got a feeling Bucky has to be in Avengers Infinity War.
Could be.
I would be really surprised if he isn't. Because from what I understand, Sebastian Shaw has like a movie contract of like 9 movies. So it's like, he's going to be in anything they ask him to be in, effectively. Plus, that's the biggest franchise he's in, so... No reason he would leave. Any other little things? Things you wished? Things you really liked? I think that we pretty much just went through all the things we really liked. I had one big wish that I wish was in the movie.
Oh yeah.
When they're on the raft, wish we would have gotten an Abomination sighting. He survived the Hulk movie. General Ross is the same Ross from the Hulk movie. I don't even care if we saw him as long as they kind of acknowledged him.
Right.
That's all I asked for.
Yeah, because pretty much all the other villains are dead, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could always put in other villains, like, oh, we beat these guys off screen, or... Yeah, that is kind of like one thing in the Marvelverse, that they're just killing all their villains, like... like, oh, you were in a movie, fuck you, you're dead. Like, Zemo's, like, the first guy to survive a movie unfazed. I guess technically he's locked in the shit chair. You be allowed to poop twice a day. What if I have to poop more than twice a day? We will zap you. I don't see how that's going to help. Well, yeah, Zemo, I feel like we kind of skipped over him. I wish he had a more different look. Like, I felt like he was blending into a bunch of different people. I was like, is that Zemo? Is that Zemo? Which one's Zemo?
Yeah, he definitely needed something to make him stand out. Like you said, he literally could have been anybody.
Yeah, and I don't know if the Russian guy in the beginning is supposed to be a comic book character. I kind of have a feeling he is, just based on the fact that he had a name. I think it was like Karpov or something. So I'll look that up. He could be a Red Guardian or something. Probably. I think there's like 7 of them.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they didn't make any nods to, having other superhumans show up. Like they didn't make any little references.
It would have been pretty cool. Granted, everybody would have want Ursa Major. He's a bear, so you have to CGI a bear into there. A talking bear. I don't know who owns Alpha Flight. I don't know if it's Marvel or if it's Fox. Because technically, Wolverine was in Alpha Flight.
Yeah, so I would assume.
But I don't.
Fucking Fox.
With that, though, I think that's pretty much going to wrap up this review. I mean, is there anything, you guys, any wishes you would have seen in the movie?
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not, so into the comics that I can really be like, oh yeah, this is what they need to change.
Yeah, I mean, in the Spider-Man scene at the very end, kind of wish they had done a little bit more.
Yeah.
Just to kind of
Yeah, I agree with that.
To tease, I guess the fact that...
I liked it, though. It was a cute scene.
It was. I liked it.
Who punched you? It was guy Steve. Steve with the lisp? No, you don't know this Steve from Brooklyn.
Yeah, that was pretty...
Oh, I like that.
That was pretty clever.
And then he's got, almost a cartoon Spider-Man watch thing.
Yeah.
Does this Spider-Man create his own web?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Webbing? Okay. Because, it looked like he had a web shooter.
Oh, no, yeah, he
physically, births it?
No, he has the web shooters.
Oh, okay. Because, Falcon made a thing about it. He's like, does your body create this or something like that? And I was like, wait, does it? You're confusing me.
No, if you look, you can see that he's got them mounted on his wrists.
Okay. Yeah, I just didn't notice it. Alright, with that.
What?
Anything left to say before we wrap this up?
No, I'm good.
So if you guys have not seen it,
give it a check. Check it out. I mean, if you have any interest in good movies, superhero movies, I understand there's certain people that are talking about superhero fatigue. I would have skipped a lot of other movies and seen this, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was definitely worth the hype.
I got one last question. As of right now, Civil War, Deadpool. You could only have seen one this year.
Oh, fuck you.
I picked Deadpool. I thought Deadpool was funnier, and I...
Don't do this to me.
You don't want to make you do this after every one. Whatever. You could only see one. I'm going Civil War, but
Yeah.
I should probably say what I was going to say earlier. I think I actually like Winter Soldier a little bit more than Civil War. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it, but I like the intimacy that Winter Soldier really brought to the movies.
Okay.
Like, granted, the end of this movie felt very much like that, but the rest
Yeah.
of the movie was very much let's continue Avengers 2.
In regards to like the the difference between Civil War and Winter Soldier, I actually felt like Civil War was a little more intimate about it, but like I don't really remember Winter Soldier as well,
Yeah.
so it's hard for me to say, but I just from what I remember and comparing it to this, I feel like it's much more involved, or like it's you can actually feel it versus Captain America sees him and he's like freaking out, but he doesn't really ever. I don't know.
I guess I do have one more thing to say. People are like, oh, this is basically like Avengers 2.5, but it definitely was they made sure that it was a story about Captain America.
Yeah.
Like, even though they spread the love a little bit, the focus was always on Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
So they did a good job with that.
Yeah.
So what's your official rating?
I give it. I gotta give it a 9. Straight up 9.
Yeah, I'm still at 9.
I'm also going 9. I think that's where it belongs. A couple little issues with it. Things I kind of wish they would have seen, but you never know. They could have got cut in post. Definitely highly recommend it. Among my favorites. Probably number 2. I think I might enjoy this more than the first Avengers. I mean, granted, the first Avengers, like I still remember that just being like a holy shit moment.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of makes the film feel better to me.
Yeah, like it was, for what it was one of a kind. Like there was nothing like it before. It was an experience.
Yeah, of a build up of a bunch of solo movies into one big super movie.
It's almost like not fair to compare it to like other
but
other movies in general, but this one.
All right, I got one last question. Do you think the solo movies from here on out are going to have a lot of cameos? Do you think Black Panther's going to have a lot of cameos? Do you think Captain Marvel will have a lot of cameos?
I don't know about define a lot.
More than 4 named Avengers.
Probably not.
No.
I think they'll be safe and stick it to mainly 1 or 2.
I could see Winter Soldier being in Black Panther if he's going to stay in Wakanda. Captain Marvel's a little harder depending on where they want to go with it. If it's mostly in space, it's kind of hard. Obviously, Hulk is in Thor Ragnarok. Do you think somebody's going to show up in Strange?
It's really hard to say with that.
Yeah, because
I mean, the preview that we saw, that's the only thing I've seen of it. It looks like it's very. To me, it looks like it would be very.
I mean, granted, yeah, they could go the other way and put like a collector cameo or something like that.
Yeah. I don't think that in that movie, they're really gonna be as relevant.
You know what would be cool? If we got a Loki cameo in Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I could see that.
What's I gonna say? Oh, Spider-Man: Homecoming. You think we're gonna get a cameo by somebody?
I feel like we have to.
You think it's Tony?
I think it's got to be Tony.
Yeah.
It almost has to be.
All right, I think.
But in Doctor Strange, if we got like a little end credit scene where it's just like Spider-Man is just like hanging around, it's like, huh, looks like we got a new neighbor or something like that. Because the Sanctum Sanctorum is in New York.
Yeah. I don't know if they're gonna double tease it. I feel like by the time Doctor Strange comes out in November, they gotta really start selling hard Avengers.
Yeah.
The next Avengers plus Ragnarok is also going to be coming out, so that's probably your 2 teasers. You'll probably see Thanos attacking. That'll probably be one of your end credit scenes, and the other one will be something to tease Ragnarok. Thor taking a poop in the woods.
Yeah.
He's like, bring me a pine cone. And like Hulk will show up. Something to tease that. I think Hulk will probably Thor Ragnarok might have another Spider-Man tease, maybe.
Maybe even a Guardians tease.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. When does Guardians 2 come out? Do you remember? It's next year, late?
Yeah, I think it is late next year.
And when
If not, it's got it. Yeah, I'm almost positive it's 17.
And then
Talking
the
about,
following year.
I'm sorry, I meant to interrupt. Just real quick, talking about Hulk and Thor, they never mentioned Thor at all. They mentioned the Hulk.
They mentioned Thor and Hulk at the same time.
They did?
Yeah, they're like, where's Hulk and Thor? And if I let loose a bomb, people would give a shit. But at the
I
same
only
time,
heard Hulk.
they asked about Hulk a few different times to Black Widow because they were dating in
Oh,
Avengers 2.
okay.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Nobody dates the mighty Thor. I guess like at the same point, Thor's not an idiot. He's not just gonna be like, "Aha! I shall destroy Cleveland." Why? I don't know. How about the Cleveland? So yeah. All right, now finally, there are no other points.
No.
Wrapping it up. Triple Nines. Definitely go check it out, guys, if you want to see something. The next one we'll be seeing and reviewing is X-Men.
Yep. It's coming out later this month.
I think the 27th.
27th, 28th. And then on June 3rd is Turtles. So,
And don't worry, we're going to really put Chudge's nose to the grindstone when we make him rank the comic book movies.
What you'd rather see versus.
Yeah. Would you rather live in a world without turtles?
oh, that's not even funny. That's not even funny.
You're gonna make him cry.
I'm Dave.
I'm Super Judge Funk.
I'm off screen, Aaron. Bye!
See you guys next time.